So first let's look at the ingredients on how to achieve these sorts of sounds. Basically what I'm using are minor chords, and I'm using them in ways so that they stay close together, thereby producing the darker sort of sound. So for example, if we start on the E minor chord in the 7th position, let's take a look at the shape before we begin, and the shape never changes, it's just the way I'm arpeggiating that does. So we have, in this case, 7th on the 5th, 9th on the 4th, 9th on the 3rd, and the 8th on the 2nd. We're also going to be using open string 6 and sometimes string 1. Now the way the progression works is from E minor in the 7th, where we're at the moment. We move that back a fret or a semitone, back to E minor, then up to the 8th position. On the second time round we start a bit the same. But at the end we replace the last chord with a G minor in the 10th position. So our progression is this. And on the second time round, that again changes a little bit at the end. So what I do is so in this case, we're going from the 7th position, 6th, back to 7th position, then to the 4th position, which is a C sharp minor chord. And the very last time through, it just ends the same as we did before, back to the G minor chord in the 10th position. After that, it's just a matter of getting to grips with the arpeggiation of these, and what I'm going to show you here is a similar idea to what I was doing in the intro. As I'm playing this, I'll be probably using my hybrid picking technique, which is where I use my middle and my third finger, and if you're not accustomed to that, you can just use standard picking technique. So let's have a listen to that a little faster. Okay, so the other idea I was utilizing in the video was a tight, jagged sort of riff with some flatted fifth power chords. So I'll just show you a bit of background on that, and we'll look at a similar idea. Now basically the shapes that I'm using occur mostly on the 6th and 5th string, at least in this demonstration. So we start with a B flat root note at the 6th fret on string 6 with its flatted 5th, in this case the E note, fret 7 on the 5th. And between that we've got this rhythm. And you'll notice that I'm moving the shape back into the 5th position. So we'll do that again. Now all I'm doing is moving that idea, or that type of idea, up 4 frets. So for example, I do the riff again, or the jagged riff. And I just move up into the 9th position. So we have the C sharp and its flatted 5th, in this case G. Move that back a fret and go back. And we just continue to do that up the neck. So then you can go to the 12th position, back to the 11th, and then the 15th, back to the 14th. And I think I ended somewhere around here in the intro, where you could do this anyway. It sounds pretty cool. So we're at fret 19 on the 5th, and then we got 20 on the 4th, and fret 21 on the 3rd string, which is basically just an E flat 5 power chord. So we've got the notes E, B flat, and it's root E. And And the tritone is one of the easiest ways to get a dark and sinister type of sound. So let's have a listen to this. So that sounds pretty cool, and you can try those on different sets of strings as well, because you do get a slight tonal variation. So for example, instead of the 9th position on string 6 with a C sharp, you could then try that on the 5th string at the 4th position, which will tend to give a bit more of a biting sound. We could probably go from the initial one and then onto the 5th string for the next one, and move that up, like I said, just in basically like 4 frets up each time. And in this case, that's actually advantageous because we're on the 5th string. We can actually do more of those, so we don't run out of room too quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it for today's lesson. Hope you've enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the website, geminiguitar.com.au. Plenty more lessons there with transcriptions as well, and you can have a lot of fun with that stuff. Until the next lesson, bye for now.